HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for this video. It's a little bit different. This is kind of a response video to my friend Nicole over at Tasting Nitch. If you don't watch her channel already, what's wrong with you? You're watching this bloody rubbish. Why are you watching her? She's much better. Anyway, more importantly, so Nicole did this video which was essentially a most frequently asked questions. So I've got a list on my phone of what she can put down. I'll put a couple of my own in if it comes to mind. There's one I've definitely got in mind, but I will answer Nicole's questions starting now. I might do some nice editing on this, but then again I might just fucking leave it as it is because I'm a bit of a lazy shit. So, first question was, number one, how did you get into beer geeking and why? Well, therein lies the situation. And I'll drink one of the geekiest of geeky beers, which is Cloudwell's Double IPA version 13. Sip of beer for the working man. Kind of like an interesting flavours and interesting kind of experiences and kind of like, I mean, just like Nicole, I mean, I like flavours, I like those kind of unique experiences, whether I like it or not. I want to see what it is. I want to wherever you are in the world. I remember going to Cambodia with my with some family, and so my sister-in-law was working out there at that point, and my brother-in-law said, "Taste the world," and why not, eh? So I've got an interest in flavours. I like food. I like drink. So I think that's why I got into it. And I mean, I'm a man. I'm a bit of a geek about other stuff as well. So it's a natural imperative to just kind of like get into this kind of stuff. So I guess that's where the kind of the geekery kind of like. How do you define what is your favourite beer? It's like the best beer I've ever had is Firestone Walker Parabola. I'd say that is the best beer I've ever had my entire life. But I like IPA. I like IPA and flavoured stouts. They're my two things. And what have I got here? I've got a can of Cloudwater's Double IPA version 13 and a bottle of Prairie's Paradise, which is an Imperial Stout 13% with coconut and vanilla, which sounds amazing. I'm a big fan of Founders coffee stouts. I love coffee stouts. I love IPAs. What is my favourite beer? Well, that's a tricky one because it's a really transient thing. What's available? So at the moment, I'm loving Verdant's IPAs. Obviously, you can always go back to Magic Rock's Cannonball. Cloudwater's knocking it out of the park with their IPAs. So IPA and current, they've been my kind of like favourite beers, and also flavoured stouts, coffee stouts I do love. If you ever had one beer forever, what would it be? Good God. That's a difficult one. That's a really difficult one. Wow, my mind's going all over the place. What's your favourite hoppy beer? I like the one what's in the glass usually. But summer, not too, about a 7% IPA. Wow, that's a really difficult question to answer. I like a 7% IPA. I couldn't say Pliny. I couldn't say. I've got a real fond memory of drinking Alpine's Nelson in San Diego. So that's such a difficult question. I couldn't just. But hoppy IPA, 7%. Are you alcoholic? No, but sometimes it feels like I might be. I like it. I don't need it. I like it. If I was that bothered, I'd be fucking stashing it in the cistern in the toilet at work. That makes it alcoholic. I'm an enthusiast, and I enjoy flavours. I guess that's my big thing. What's your favourite ingredient? Hops. I'm a hophead. I'm definitely, and if not, I want a big fucking roasty stout with coffee or something like that. But hops. I'm fucking HopZine. Think about it. Do you brew? Well, I've done. I have. I am a home brewer of sorts. I homebrew. It's like I've got a guitar. I've got a bass guitar, but I'm not a guitarist. I own a homebrew kit. I don't brew. I just don't have the time anymore. I've got a small child. I can't take that like 5-6 hours out of my day to do it. Maybe one day again, I will do it. I've brewed commercially with Brewdog, Northern Monk, and Badco, which is a brewing dish in North Yorkshire. So I've done both home brewing and commercial brewing on various scales. So first beer was Newcastle Brown Ale. I opened it on I was like 15, 16, and we opened it on a road sign in Crofton. I used to go to school in a village called Crofton. I lived in a village called Walton. Opened it on a roadside. road sign, and it was just like, so you got all kind of like fucking splinters of wood around the like rim of the bottle, and it was fucking horrible, to be honest. That was the first beer I ever had. I guess probably the next one I had, which kind of set me off in enjoying beer, was a can of Miller. And I loved Miller for a long time. Then I started getting into wheat beers and things like that. So, because I'm interested in flavour. Good lagers. Wheat beers. Belgian beer. Bit of American beer here and there. And then the whole kind of ale, in the strictest sense, became of interest on... there's an ale trail between Staley Bridge and Leeds on a railway line. It's full of wankers now, but back in the day when we did it, it was for a friend's birthday, and I was like Mr. Erdinger and fucking Off Island stuff like that and Chimay, and it forced me to drink English cask ale, and I have not looked back since, and that's why I love ale, stout, IPA, all that kind of shit. And what I'm going to say is a question that I was asked on a Periscope just before I started recording this, was like, what's in my backdrop and how do I choose what goes in my backdrop? Well, herein lies, I guess, a bit of a story. You're never going to see it all because I just can't fit it on frame. They start at the end. They're bottles of Stone I got sent from Stone direct, which was such a humbling experience. They wanted to send me straight off the line 5-day-old bottles of Ruination, because we used to get them old as fuck in the UK, and that was amazing. I've got a signed bottle by Steve Wagner and Greg Cook, the people who founded Stone, and the other ones are beers that they sent. There you've got a bit of stuff. So you've got Zach Avery's book. So Zach's such a big influence on me, and I will get onto him later. Copy of Brewdog's Hop Propaganda, which I'm mentioning. So the Brewing of Dead Metaphor mentioning there. I've got the Craft Beer Manifesto back there, which was printed out by my friend Phil at Otter's Tears. Tribute to the good man, the reluctant scooper Simon Johnson, who unfortunately died far too young. Growler from Treehouse, what a friend gave me. Bottle of Pliny I was sent years ago. Kick-ass cans, because that's where it's fucking at the moment, and they look great and they're amazing. It's current Ace beer, Parabola, best beer in the world. So I've got some of the random bits down here, just kind of memorable bottles. Got a Demi-John, never used it. Got some books. So that's what you do. You try and make yourself look intelligent, don't you? Down here, you can't quite just see. Just down here is all my stouts that I'm yet to drink. They're my drinkers, not me savers. They're tucked behind. I've got a row, you can't see them here, but I've got a row of Joanna Basford bottles for Brewdog, because I love Joanna's work. Lovely pen and ink gorgeousness. This bit is the more kind of personal bit I always keep on. So I've got a sticker from Beernomicon, a couple of guys I know doing a podcast, my pump clip from the homebrew thing that we did down at Saltaire Brewery. I came second in the, and somebody offered, Richside Brewery offered to make that beer. That was called Sea Bomb, because I put all the C's in it. But this is the bit that I really like. Bottle of Dark Lord that came via a friend who's now over in the States, Lee Burkett. So that's I've had that for fucking years. That's a 2009 bottle of Dead Metaphor. My beer brewed at Brewdog. We've got Barry Island IPA. Call me Simon by the good man Simon over at Craft Beer, Array Craft Beer. My tasting glasses from my tour at Stone. My old box of Spiegel connoisseur glasses. I've got a tankard from Budweiser that I won from Chad's Beer Reviews. He did a competition and I won it and got sent a load of shit. The one thing I really enjoyed was this tankard. Actually, no, I'll grab it. It's my little Stone glasses, which I love. I've got a bottle cap from my mate Dave, who was a great home brewer. Was the original brewer at Northern Monk. A friend, a family member had him bespoke caps made. I'll show you that. Bradford Brewer. So I'll just keep that because I thought it's really, it's my personal bit, is this. But look at that bad boy. It's got the Clydesdales and all that business. I just think it's a real, and it's a bit of a doff of the cap back to one of the icons of beer tube. Just a Champollions. So, final question is who inspires you? And I think this is an interesting one. If you watch Nicole's video before you got to this, as you should do, if you've got this far, why didn't you watch that first? She's much better than me. Absolutely, Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson never We wouldn't talk about beer in this fashion if Michael Jackson didn't elevate a beer to where he did. He was a real kind of icon. You cannot respect someone more than that. Absolutely incredible. I really respect Randy Mosier, as Nicole also mentioned, because when I first, I've judged multiple times, and when I first went to judge in Manchester for SEBA, I was completely out. I took that book with me and read it on the train over because I was like, I don't know what to fucking do. I'm a charlatan. I still am. So I read that. One person I would say really I find absolutely captivating and fascinating and inspiring is a guy called Charles Bamforth. He's a fellow from Hull. He's the professor of brewing and distillation sciences, I think, at the UC Davis in California. So, which is a funded thing by AB InBev, but Charlie Bamforth, go on YouTube and search for Charles Bamforth. You'll find you'll find a number of videos. He's an engaging, impassioned beer expert, impassioned speaker. He's absolutely fantastic. I am a huge fan of Charlie Bamforth. Beyond that, the biggest ones, I mean, obviously beyond the incredible brewers that we have around the world, and the people that inspire me the most are my peers, especially my people I've come in contact with personally, but obviously my UK kind of like guys over the years, go back through the days. Obviously Simon's the kingpin, but go back to Terry Kay and Eric David Dowling and Mark Elvis Appleford and Chris Latey. And then nowadays it's Jacob Beer and Craig over at Kent Beer Reviews and Harry at Blue Nose, and then James up at Rampant Lion wherever he is in the world, and Peter Clueless Drinker. So my peers really inspire me. So that's they. I mean, they keep us moving. We encourage each other. We inspire each other. And that's why we continue to do it, because it's a community. But one person that I probably credit more than anybody else to inspire me was Zach Avery. That's why I have Zach's book there. It kills me that it's a list book, because Zach is so much more than that. I met Zach Avery when he was the manager of Biarritz, now owns the company. Sip a beer for the working man. Zach was the manager in a shop where I got into beer. He encouraged me in various ways. He evangelised and inspired and interested and provoked and encouraged me to do things maybe beyond that I would have ever considered. He was friendly and enthusiastic and welcoming. And still, I mean, last time I saw Zach, I was really quite drunk, drinking a load of Verdant IPA, and I told him all this, and he was one of the early people to do videos on YouTube. It's still fantastic quality content, concise, educated, informative, impassioned. His content is fantastic. The pinnacle of it is his video of Playing the Elder. It is that is Nirvana. This is what we search for every time as a beer review, a bit tasting notes, whatever you want to call it. Is that moment where Zach is drinking that bottle of Playing the Elder in his kitchen, and he takes a sniff and he just laughs. Then he takes a swig of it and he just laughs. It's because everything that he's hoped for is completely fucking delivered to him, and it blows him away, and he is completely, it's like, this is amazing, and we look for those moments, and this is why we spend all our money and all our time and fucking depleting your own personal health in pursuit of those magical moments. And that's what makes the beer reviews that I really enjoy. It's those moments where it's an honest, heartfelt reaction. You can't hide that. You can't hide it. You can fake it, but people will see through it. But if you do it, when you get that beer, you cannot hide it. And I love those moments. I love those comments where people leave those things saying they're just a silly smile on your face. And that's the moment what we all search for, and that's what really inspired me the most. So that's my frequently asked questions. So Nicole, there you go. I'm Rob from HopZine.com. See you next time. Cheers.